Hello, my name is Nathan Wilhelm. I'm a cash crop product specialist for Case IH. I travel Wisconsin and Northern Illinois, and today I'm at Birkey's in Hoopeston. In this video, we will discuss some of the advanced functions of the multifunction handle on Magnum and Steiger tractors. We also have another feature on the handle, which is more an advanced operation, which is this button right here. The first function that this button is used for is it's linked to constant engine RPM. For constant engine RPM, we have these orange buttons right here. This button with the number 1 is going to be for your first set point. The button number 2 is going to be for your second set point. And the buttons here are for adjusting your set points up and down for engine RPM. So the way this button works with these is simply by depressing this button, you can jump between set points 1 and 2. When we have an RPM programmed and we push our throttle all the way forward, it basically sets the maximum engine RPM that the tractor will go to. So with the throttle all the way forward now, I have my RPM set, so the maximum RPM will be 1500 RPM. When I push these buttons, I can slow down my RPM or increase it to set it wherever it needs to be. I can press set point 2, and for set point 2 I have my RPM set at 1200 RPM. I can do the same thing by depressing this button, leaving my hand on the throttle. Without moving the throttle, I can jump between 2 engine RPM settings just by depressing that button. There's a couple applications where someone may want to use constant engine RPM. One of the most popular applications is using a planter. When you're running a planter, you need to have your engine RPM set high enough so that you have enough hydraulic flow to run all the functions on your planter. The size of the tractor, the hydraulic pump on the tractor, and the size of the implement will determine what engine RPM you need to run at. So everyone may see different RPMs required to get all the hydraulic functions that they need. A lot of people will end up running their planter with the engine running at 1800 RPMs while they're running the planter just to maintain hydraulic flow. So to set constant engine RPM for your planter, you're going to press set point 1, turn constant engine speed on, and then use the up arrow and adjust your speed set point to whatever engine RPM you'll need. Then when you're running your planter, you can just leave your throttle lever all the way forward and not move it, and you'll have a constant RPM and your hydraulic flows will remain constant, and you won't have fluctuations with your fans and bulk fill and things like that as you're turning around in headlands and operating throughout the field. Another application where someone will want to use constant engine RPM is when they're using their PTO. On a Magnum tractor, you will achieve 1000 RPM on your PTO when your engine RPM is around 1800 RPM. So when you turn your PTO on and throttle up, if you go to full throttle, you get this alarm saying that you're over speed on your engine. One way to prevent that alarm to come on is turn your constant engine RPM on, set your set point 1 for 1800 RPM. Then when you push your throttle all the way forward, your maximum RPM on your engine will be 1800, and your PTO RPM is set exactly at 1000. So your engine will maintain that 1000 RPM for your PTO implement, and it's going to run at the proper speed.